Do you have a question for me about your job search? Well, I'm running a special through February 15th. Use the link in the show notes for a 3 to 5 minute video back in response to your questions. You'll get 20% off using the code ADORE20. That's ADORE 20. And again, that's going to be 20% off through the service I use, Wizio. That's WISIO. Now, let's get going. This is NoVS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 2068. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. End of the week. Good week for me. Good week for some of the people I've been helping in terms of results that they're getting. And today, I'm going back to the beginning with preparing the job search and an episode where it's important for you to understand what your target is in the search. Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. This is the #1 podcast on Apple Podcasts for job search. 2068 episodes. No show is close to that one. Or I should say to this one in terms of numbers of episodes. And I have to say the quality of episodes. We are doing good work. And now, let's get going. Top Resume is a solid service to get you a better resume. Reasonably priced. It's not a premium service. It's for people like you and I who can afford a certain amount of money and also need a great result. And even better, they have a plan through a firm that allows you to stretch your payments for service over the course of the year to something like $20 some odd or $30 some odd per month, so that you don't have to write a large check, which right now, if you're not working, is really important to you. So use the link in the show notes. It will help you get a resume, and if you want, a LinkedIn profile done for you very inexpensively. If you were driving from New York to Boston, or maybe Paris to Rome, or Brasilia to Caracas, and you didn't have a GPS or road map, how would you get there? Or how would you even know you were driving in the right direction? Same is true in your career too, isn't it? How do you get from junior staff to a director position? From manager to C-suite? How would you go about doing it? Most people have kind of a magical thinking and believe that if they wish it and hope it and do a good job, that will be their eventual destination. But you can also do what smart people do and start interviewing people who've already gotten to where you want to get to about how they got there. This is a form of informational interview where basically you meet with someone not to ask for a job, but to ask for information and advice. And some people make the mistake of meeting with one person and believing they've been told everything they need to know in order to get to their goals. You know, one person has their particular way. But instead, I want you to meet with multiple people and look for common threads to their stories and unusual suggestions. For example, 5 people tell you that you need a master's degree or particular training, and one person says you can get by with an associate's. Which opinion do you think you should discard? Seriously. You know, the probability is it's going to be the associates, right? Once you have that information, once you have the questions answered, act on the information, which is probably the most important thing that people don't do. Don't treat their advice like just another weight loss book or another self-help book to be read and ignored. Act on the advice that you receive. When I attended school in New York to be a psychotherapist, I remember the teacher at the institute say that it was important to charge a good fee for therapy services. And his reasoning was that by paying a good fee, you could afford to be there to help them receive treatment and continue to help them. He also said that it's important, it's important for people to pay because at the end of the day, the patient is more willing to act on the advice and the insights they receive in the session. Simply put, free advice is often ignored.
advice people pay for is likely to get them to take action. And that's going to be true of you too. It's one of the reasons I do coaching, is in order to help people take action and do it in a way where, my unique skill set, and I do have a very unique skill set beyond simply being a recruiter, will go a long way toward helping them break through. By treating the advice you receive as valuable because you've paid for it, and telling the person or people who gave it to you what you're doing with their advice, it helps them feel as though you valued their opinion and that you did not just waste their time speaking with you. A lot of people do that because they get free advice, they don't act on it. So I'll simply say, if you meet with someone, stay in touch with someone. Hire a coach, because coaching will be something that you pay for, and a good coach will help you move faster than having just a friend to give you the advice.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, I've got a lot that's in the show notes that will help you. Go there, take a look at some of the things I highlight. I know it can help you with your search. But I want you to do one thing for me, and that is put in your phone thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman, my name. And when you need help, when you need advice, when you have a question, come over to the website, go exploring in the blog, contact me for coaching or because you have a question. I'd love to help you. In the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great!